Hi, how are you? Welcome to the Essential Channel. I am Isabel Inclán, and now I am with one of the mayor candidates, Ana Bailão. Ana Bailão, how are you?
I am great, Isabel. Great to be here with you.
Thanks for being here in this channel, the Essential Channel.
Pleasure. Not the first time, and definitely not the last.
For sure, for sure. By the way, last year I interviewed you during the summer, and you said I won't run as a councillor anymore. Now you want to be a mayor. Why you want to be a mayor?
Well, I was a councillor for 12 years and deputy mayor for 5. Very proud of the work that I've done here in Davenport in my community. Very proud of the work that I've done on housing, on building the city back into the housing business. And I want to run for mayor to bring my experience to really fix services and make life more affordable. You know, we need to build more housing. We need to fix the services like the TTC, and I want to bring my experience and my plan to be the next mayor, so I can do that.
You mentioned experience. You work as a councillor, as you mentioned, 12 years, and a deputy mayor. How that experience is going to help you in this candidacy?
Well, the experience to get things done, to work with my colleagues at council. You know, at council, you don't have party politics. You have 25 councillors that you work with. So I know that I have the relationships at council. I know that I have the experience of getting things done. I know I have the knowledge about the issues. So the life experience, the work experience, and most importantly, the plan. Been listening to people. People are feeling that services are not working for them. Services like the TTC, you know, they want safe and reliable TTC. They want to make sure that their recreational services are working for them. They want to make sure that housing is being built in this city and that we have the services to build it faster and to build the affordable housing that we need. And so that's what I want to run for, to make sure that everybody has an opportunity in here, right? We all come here because of the opportunities, because of the safety, and it is really important that we have a city that works to make our lives easier and that works to make our life more affordable. My grandmother used to say, you know, never forget where you came from. And I'm an immigrant woman from a working class family, and it is my goal to make sure that life is easier for the people of Toronto. People like us that come here to work hard, Torontonians that are in here, they want to contribute to this great city. But for that, we need to make sure that services are working for them, that we fix these services, that the bus comes on time to get them to work on time and home to get the kids, you know, fed and to do the homework with the kids, to make sure that we have affordable homes so that they continue to live in this city. Those are extremely important things so that we continue to be the city that we love and that we came here for.
For sure, Ana Bailão. And Toronto, for sure, is a place for immigrants. I have the data here in 2021. 46.6% of the population living in Toronto were immigrants. You said you are an immigrant, I am an immigrant myself. So that positionality as a mayor candidate gives to you another angle to see try to resolve the problems in Toronto, thinking about the population, the diversity, and the immigrant issue.
I think we all come to our jobs, to what we do with our life experience and work experience, and obviously being an immigrant woman, having to come here at age 15, you know, having my family, living through the struggles of adapting to the city, working hard, having the 2 jobs, you know, it's part of who I am. So I'm very conscious of that, and that's why these things are so important to me, to make sure that, you know, the services are working so that people can really succeed. Everybody, the ones that are here and the ones that are coming, you know, we're still a city that is growing, that is receiving a lot of immigrants, and I think the most important thing in our city is our people. And that's why I'm so focused on delivering good services for the people, because when the people succeed, our city succeeds.
Of course, yes. And definitely housing is a big problem in Toronto. And this week you announced, you said you support to move the Ontario Science to Ontario Place and to buy 5,000 units to have more option for that. And one of the candidates, Josh Matthew said, no, that is not possible. So tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, there's a current proposal to redevelop the Ontario Place that is proposing $500 million to be spent on building a garage for a private spa. What I'm saying to the provincial government is this is not Toronto's priority. Our priority is actually to fix services and to build housing. And there has been this idea, this proposal about having the Ontario Science Centre at Ontario Place. And what I'm saying is that community there is a great community to build housing because it will be at the end of the subway line and it will be on the Eglinton Crosstown. And the existing facility could be an amazing community hub for those communities in there. So developing services, a community development and economic development plan for those communities in there, programming for the communities that live in there and that would come as well. But it can be done because there's all those parking lots around the existing Ontario Science Centre that we could develop housing. And we need to be always looking for innovative ideas, for new ideas to build that housing. And especially when we have government-owned land, we should be using it to build housing because that makes housing more affordable. So we should be looking at every opportunity, not at opportunities to spend $500 million on a private spa that probably most of us, most likely, won't be able to afford. We need services and we need housing. That is the priority for Toronto. That's what I'm hearing from the residents. That's what we're all feeling. And that's why I said, you know what? Please consider this because housing is what we need. Community services is what we need. Support for our communities, recreational programs for our families, that's what we need. We don't need $500 million on a private spa.
Yeah. And what is your opinion, how to tackle the speculation in housing?
So housing is an issue that you need three orders of government to work together because everybody touches housing, right? You know, the city doesn't control interest rates. The city doesn't control a lot of the financing that happens in housing, how it's done. So a lot of those rules are done by other orders of government, and all that has an impact. What we control in the city is, for example, how we approve the construction of housing, and to make sure that we provide those services more efficiently, that we do it faster so we can have that construction happen faster so that people have the units available, because the less you have available, the more pressure there is for the price, right? So you need to make sure that there's the stock available if people want to rent, that there's variety, so the tenant is the one in power and the one in the say to pick and choose, because the more offer you have, it has an impact on prices, of course. And so you need to make sure that the city is delivering good services to build housing, that the city is using its land to make the affordability, that the city is doing a good job of repairing the Toronto Community Housing. You know, Toronto Community Housing is the largest landlord in the country. It has 58,000 units. We need to make sure we repair and maintain that stock and that we build more affordable housing. So these are the areas that it's about delivering these services. That's why I'm so focused on delivering services. Good services like the TTC, good services like housing, TCHC, building more housing, the approval of housing. All these are areas that we control and that that I'm looking forward to improve.
Okay, Ana Bailão, finally, just my last question for you. What could be your final message? And I would like to ask you if you can tell in English, in Portuguese, and in Spanish why you are the best option for being the mayor and to win the election on June 26th.
We need to fix services in the city. We need to build housing. We need to make life easier and more affordable. And for that, I need your support on June 26th. We can do this together. Let's do it. Em português, nós precisamos de melhorar os nossos serviços, nós precisamos de criar mais habitação, precisamos de fazer a vida mais fácil e mais económica para as famílias aqui em Toronto. No dia 26 de junho espero ter o seu apoio. Nós vamos conseguir fazer isto juntos, espero contar com vocês.
And because you speak Spanish very well, I will ask you to do something for our Spanish-speaking community.
Necesitamos de mejorar nuestros servicios. Necesitamos más alojamientos. Necesitamos mejorar nuestras vidas, hacerlas más fáciles y también más económicas. Espero poder contar con su apoyo en 26 de junio, y nosotros vamos a hacer esto juntos Let's do this.
Let's do that. Okay, Ana Bailão, thank you so much. It's a pleasure interviewing you, and I feel your energy and I feel your kindness. So good luck in this Toronto election.
Thank you so much. Mucho gusto. Muchas gracias.
Okay, thank you so much for being here in the Essential channel, and see you in another interview in this Toronto election race. Thank you.
Gracias.
Thank you.